Sup everyone, it's really TimmyB and welcome to the EBL Season 8 preview. If you have no idea what the EBL is, or you need a quick refresher, not to worry, you are here at the right place. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button to like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's get started with the preview. You might be wondering, what is the EBL? And that's a fantastic question. The EBL stands for the Elite Battle League. We are here in Season 8. It is a Pokemon Draft League that consists of myself and 11 other amazing Pokemon content creators in this community. All of their links are in the description, so make sure you guys go check them out. Go say hi on their videos and streams. Not only are they great content creators, but they are amazing people, and best of luck to them this season. And since it's a draft league, of course, we're gonna be drafting some Pokemon. Each team gets to draft 9 team members onto their team, 6 regular Pokemon, and then we have 3 restricted slots for this season. In Season 7, we had a big legendary, a small legendary, and a Gen 9, so basically a Paradox or a Ruinous Mon like Chien-Pao. This season, we are combining the small legendary and Gen 9 category together to go with the big legendary. So every team is allowed 1 big legendary, and that's essentially your box arts and Mewtwo. Mewtwo, Groudon, Rayquaza, Dialga, Lugia, any of those Pokemon right around that 680 BST mark, or base stat total if you don't know what BST stands for. And then the 2 small legendaries can mix and match either or. You can take 2 Paradox, you can take 2 Reggies, you can take a Reggie and a bird, you can take a Genie, really whatever, any mythical pseudos, really anything that's a legendary, that's not Big Daddy, we can take them. And then as just like Season 7, you can only bring 2 of those 3 per battle each week. And speaking of the battles, I know you guys are all wondering, the EBL is a singles battle format, just 6v6, no held items, just Pokemon versus Pokemon. Every Pokemon is set to level 50 in the battles. There is a timer of 20 minutes, I think, as defaulted by the game. So yeah, it is a singles battle format. We have to bring each of our 9 Pokemon to at least 1 battle, and we have a new trade-in system this year. So essentially, we basically have 3 opportunities. If we figure out that somebody on our team is something quite not that we think it is, we are able to trade in. We cannot trade in any of our restricted picks, but any of our 6 Pokemon can be traded in throughout the season. We do have a week 3 deadline, or essentially whatever team we have for week 4 is our team for the rest of the season. But after week 1 or 2, if we find out that this Pokemon might not be the best fit, then we can exchange it for another Pokemon that we might think is better. There's only been 1 trade so far at the time of this recording. Not sure how many more trades, but there is at least an option to get a new Pokemon onto your team. That's pretty much it in terms of the changes. It's really just combining that Gen 9 and the small legendary into 1. You can mix and match now, and then the trade-in system, but everything in the EBL has still been the same. Singles battles, set to level 50, no items. We have 6 regular season weeks, and then we have the playoffs to crown the champion, and those are really some of the big changes, at least for you guys. A couple of internal things, but nothing too crazy. And I'm sure you're wondering, TimmyB, who is on the DC Starmies for Season 8? Let's get into the team recap and the team breakdown. I almost forgot! The EBL season starts in 2 weeks. If you're watching the day this video comes out, Saturday, August 17th is the week 1 battles. That's when everything will start, so we'll have the season wrapped up by about mid-October, maybe closer to Halloween, depending on the playoffs and all that stuff. So yeah, 2 weeks until week 1, August 17th. Be there. We are battling our good friend Gamer Views and his Detroit Quackable, and he gave us the 1-2 slapperoo last season, so we're looking for revenge right as we start the season. But leading off the DC Starmies this season is our big legendary. It is Lugia. Lugia is a Pokemon that I've always kind of really wanted to use. It is a legendary, so it has really good stats, but it's super defensive, super bulky, super tanky, but it can also hit you hard, can set up pretty well with Calm Mind, Recover, Multi-Scale is a great ability, has some decent type coverage. It's not going to be able to Terra, so that does take away a little bit of a factor, but even still looking at the moves, Lugia is a really solid option. we can build it multiple different ways, and I'm really excited to be using it this season for Season 8. Next up, we are going to be taking a look at our small legendary category. Our first of 2 small legendaries is a Paradox Pokemon, and I decided to go with Iron Thorns. It is quad weak to ground, but that's okay. We just won't get hit by a ground type. We're fine. We're fine. But honestly, was really looking for another physical attacker at the time of the draft when it came back to my pick. Needed a rock Pokemon and an electric Pokemon, 2 types that I previously didn't have on the team. So I thought Iron Thorns could be a really solid option here. It is kind of defensive. It hits hard. Just gotta avoid some Earthquacks and we'll be fine. But it's a really, really solid Pokemon. If we can get a good setup here, it's gonna be nice. If we can get an electric terrain, that will also help as well. So really excited to be using Iron Thorns this season. Haven't dove too deep into having a rock type or even a rock electric type here in the EBL. And common theme of our 2 small legends is we do have a quad weakness. So it's gonna be a fun challenge. I'm excited to use it. Hopefully he can punch some things down and delete some Pokemon. And speaking of our next small legendary pick, we have, unfortunately, Starmie is not in this game, folks, so we can't have my favorite Pokemon, but we can have number 2. That's right, our second small legendary is my second favorite Pokemon overall, Hydreigon. Now, I'm really excited to have this in here. It could have been drafted when we were in Sword and Shield, but just the way that with the restricted picks in the Legends, it didn't really make sense for me to get a pseudo. So it's nice that we kind of have a little smaller category for that. So really, really excited. Number 1, we got Levitate, so no Earthquacks coming our way. We are quad weak to Fairy, but that's okay. That's okay. We got Hydreigon on the team, baby. Really solid Pokemon here. It's a special attacker. Could build a physical if needed, but we're going to be using this for special attack most of the time. Good defenses, solid speed, solid HP. This is going to be a really excited Pokemon. Is it necessarily something for my team that I absolutely needed? Maybe not in terms of typing, but it was the last round. I still needed a small legend as a restricted pick, still had that slot. So I was like, you know what? Let's just have some fun. Let's go with my second favorite Pokemon. We got Hydreigon on the team. Now, what about the regular homies? We're bringing back some DC Starmie classic Pokemon that were on my teams when we were in Sword and Shield in seasons 4, 5, and 6. Leading off, we have Volcarona coming up here, the bug fire type. We got Flame Body as the ability. We also have Swarm if we want to boost our bug moves in a pinch. Really, really great Pokemon here. The Quiver Dancer, the OG Quiver Dancer Volcarona. We got amazing special attack, good speed, good special defense, pretty decent type coverage as well. And all of these Pokemon that we're going to talk about now can Terra, so that's going to be interesting to play here. So really excited to have Volcarona again. It did a great job for me in Sword and Shield, so hopefully it's the same in Scarlet and Violet. Next up, we have another returning Pokemon to the DC Starmies. Give it up for Haxorus! Yes, Haxorus is on the team this season. We got a fast and physical dragon type. We got Mold Breaker, so we can use our moves regardless of our opponent's ability, which is really, really helpful. We have some really great type coverage here. We got some really powerful moves. This was a great team member for me once again, and hopefully it will. First impression Haxorus can be a lot of fun to use to get that priority. So really excited for Haxorus to be back on the team. We do have a shiny Haxorus. Thank goodness that Axew only took like a couple hundred eggs. Really, everybody was pretty much under odds for eggs hunting except for one, and we'll get to that one. I need you to make some noise for this next pick because he is gonna be beating that drum. Welcome to the team, Rillaboom, one of the first team members that I've ever had in my EBL career. Rillaboom is bringing back the Grassy Surge. He's bringing back the Mad Flow. He's bringing back that drum for me in Season 8. Gonna be a lot of fun to use this guy. Not only do we have Grassy Surge and we have Grassy Glide to use as priority now that I've made that discovery, but really just a solid physical attacker, some good type coverage, Cantera as well. And really excited to be using Rillaboom. We do have it shiny. I might hunt for one in Scarlet and Violet. Currently our shiny is from Sword and Shield, but worst case, if I don't have the time to get a shiny one here in Scarlet and Violet, we at least have a shiny to use here. So Rillaboom is going to be a lot of fun. We can do priority, we can slap him up, we can drop the wood hammer, if you know, you know. And yeah, so Rillaboom, welcome back. The next member of the DC Starmies for Season 8 unfortunately is going to be the only non-shiny member of the team, as its shiny is very hard to acquire, but hey, I heard they're bringing them back. But welcome to the team, Goldango. Yes, I heard that the Gimme Ghoul shiny raid things might be coming back, so maybe we do have a shiny Goldango, but as of right now, he will be the only homie to not shine for us, which is okay. The shiny really doesn't change, but we got Goldango on the team. This is gonna be a really awesome Pokemon to use. It has 3 types that just can't hit it at all. It resists pretty much everything, and we can have a lot of fun. It's a solid special attacker, good defensively, can't get status with our ability, some decent type coverage, and once again, Terra Blast could be a really big play here, depending if we need to change our type and if we get to Terra Goldango in that battle. So really excited to be using Goldango. It's a solid Pokemon. Every time I get one in a random showdown, it's always a good time. So let's bring those good times over to the EBL. Welcome, Goldango. Going from the member who probably won't be shiny for us to now the one that took forever to get. Yes, the next member of the DC Starmies is the one, the only, it's another starter. It's Primarina. We got the water and fairy type all in one Pokemon. Seriously, this was my first shiny hunt, a Masuda method with some of our Pokemon here. This one took forever. If you need a perfect IV Popplio, please let me know. I have like maybe 2.5 boxes of just perfect IV Popplio. Took forever to shine, but it finally did for us. And it's going to be putting in some work for us. A great special attacker, great defensively as well, good typing as well. The water type, the fairy type. Really excited to be using Primarina here. We can use it in multiple different ways. We can be kind of cheesy and annoying with it and put on some things like baby doll eyes, or if we can build it to be an attacker, we will. So really excited to be using Primarina here. Liquid Voice is a fun ability, blah, blah, blah. All right, next Pokemon. And last, but certainly not least, welcome to the DC Starmies, Excadrill. Big fan of Excadrill. Got a nice Gen 5 Pokemon. We got a couple decent Gen 5ers. Excadrill, I almost said Primarina, but Volcarona, Hydreigon. We are looking good here, folks. Excadrill, Ground Steel type, also has Mold Breaker, so we do have a couple of Mold Breakers on the team. We also have Sand Rush and Sand Force, so if we do come up across a Sandstorm, maybe we use that ability for that battle. We have a Rapid Spinner as well. Excadrill can learn Rapid Spin, so if we get Toxic Spike, Stealth Rock, Sticky Web, we can bring this guy in, get out of here. Also decently fast, especially after one Rapid Spin. We should be able to outspeed most things. Great physical attacker. Great type defensively. We are weak to a couple of things, but hey, you know what? We can Terra. So really excited to be using Excadrill. Got 2 shinies. I got a shiny Drillbur hatching eggs, and then like 10 eggs later was another one. So we got 2 shiny Excadrill, which is really awesome. So that is the team for us. We have Lugia, we have Iron Thorns, we have Hydreigon, we have Volcarona, Haxorus, Rillaboom, Goldango, Primarina, and Excadrill on the team for this season of the DC Starmies. I don't know if we're going to trade 1 or 2 in throughout the season. We'll see how the first couple of weeks go. I really like our team, but if I do find a need elsewhere, then maybe we can get somebody. I really don't know who's available either, so that's also that debate or decision. But yeah, this is our Season 8 EBL team. Let me know what your thoughts are. Words are tough, guys. I'll just say that. Words are tough, but we're going to be wrapping up here. Let me know your thoughts of the team in the comments. Let me know how you think the team will do this season. Hopefully, we can get back to the semifinals. Hopefully, this time we can win, and hopefully, we can bring back the Season 8 EBL trophy. So once again, make sure you guys do like and subscribe, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks for the start of the season. Peace out.